I got to my breaking point. We are all human and we all go through things. And the way life is, it will chew you up and spit you out. Mentally, get up. I don't want to change anything. I'm okay with knowing that everything happened how it did.
Baby, you should notice that I ain't going nowhere. I ain't blowing no smoke. I mean, I've been sober, but you should have known it. I wasn't going.
Hey guys, I am back with another video. And today, I don't know how to say this, y'all. So based on the last video, I'm sure y'all are very much confused as to what's going on and what I'm like. Why was I crying? Was like talking about all the stuff that I added. So when I get back from the laundromat, I'm gonna fill y'all in. Wherever you are in life, don't allow other people's emotions and how they did things and how they chose their way of life to predict your future and your life. This is what I want to talk to you about is like really a hard build myself up to talk about. I've been going through a lot of like with my mental health and my awareness of things and yeah, like a whole bunch of stuff. I'm now 23. Overall, I do want to say 2024 was really a lot for me. My growth journey, me just being an adult, a mom, it was just like really eye-opening, eye-awakening. But I'm very grateful for it. I'm gonna get into it. Okay, y'all, so the day is darn near through. I started recording 2 videos at once because I went in depth into like what I've been going through, period, which I will drop another day. I've been living with my parents since the end of 2023. Basically, I've always knew that me living with my parents wasn't going to work. I lived too much in my past pain and hurt with my parents that when certain things are uprooted, it triggers that and it put me in a weird mind state. So basically I was living with them from 2023 until the end of 2024. Okay, so when I first moved from, once me and my baby dad broke up, we like went our separate ways and I moved with a friend. That didn't work out, and then I moved with my aunt. I was staying at my aunt's house. I was staying at my aunt's and I was uncomfortable, which motivated me to, all right, come on, like, you gotta get this, you gotta have this business, you gotta do this, like, you gotta get yourself out of this position again. And I will explain more in depth what I mean by like out of this, because it wasn't necessarily like where I was at. Me and my dad had a deep conversation, and like I said, y'all will have another video in depth of like why decisions were made how they were and like what happened. And yeah, I took it in the aspect of, you know, growth, change, you know, building better relationships, cool, but also for the sake of my child. Yeah, so, and we moved into a different area. From there, that's when things started to go downhill with my mental health. My mental health was already in the poopies. Being back home, being back in that state of mind of like that childhood person of who I am, and like how I had to listen and follow certain rules as the adult that I am at the age 22. I'm 23 now, but 21 and 22. It's made me feel like all of the hard work and effort that I put myself up to was pointless, because I'm back at where I started. Basically from there, y'all, I was staying at my mom's and dad's house. Things started to happen like within the family, like within the household, starting to disrupt our family dynamic. Affected everyone's mental health and emotional health. I might get emotional, y'all. I'm just giving y'all a heads up. I'm sure my dad watches my YouTube videos. I don't know how to explain it. I'm a splitting image of my dad. His mindset, like with the grind, the entrepreneurship, all of that stuff. My dad affected a lot of, and I'm not saying this like to make him seem like he's a bad dad. When I went back home, things started to come to the front of why my childhood was how it was. From there, I started to feel like my whole childhood was like a lie, y'all. It affected my mental health like a lot because I didn't know if I wanted to be angry and upset or if I wanted to be the person who I'm trying to be and just accept it and move forward and take it as a growth thing and something that, you know, I want to move forward with, right? Fast forward 1 or 2 months of us living in, things started to get bad. It started going downhill. And in the summer of 2024, when I started that documenting journey, I got kicked out of where I was living. And it was bad. Like, we got into like a big argument. It was literally based off of the emotions of something else that was going on in the household. Got kicked out and I was back at square one with nowhere to go, but now with a kid. And my biggest fear was always to have a kid and be in the same position that I was in without a kid. I wanted to make it like a growth thing and like a journey for y'all to understand why Ariana Montage's platform has been so inconsistent. If y'all know me personally, y'all know how bad I wanted to be a YouTuber. And it wasn't even to be a YouTuber to have the luxury things or to have the creator's plaque and all of that. It was really to show that we are all human and we all go through things. And the way life is, it will chew you up and spit you out. Like how people make life look like on the outside, they don't show the inside. Y'all know that I've always wanted to pour into the people that could relate to me, or the people that couldn't speak how I speak, who didn't have the voice, the courage or the strength to make the decisions to put themselves in better positions for growth and self-love. The reason why I started recording the videos how I did was because I wanted y'all to see raw. I wanted y'all to see me breaking down, being in that dark space that I never showed y'all before. My darkness, when I recorded that video, wasn't as bad as it was before. But I want to show y'all, this is why I don't post consistently, because I feel like I have to hide it. But there's no need to hide it because we all feel the same way at one point of our lives. Am I tripping? We all have feelings and emotions. We all have these things. Like, we all have problems. We all have solutions to our problems. We all are human. The thing that I'm trying to explain is that we're all human and we all go through things and we all have life problems, life successes, life failures, or whatever. But I'm using Ariana Montage's platform to show, to bring out bring out that light in other people that I bring out of myself. Boom. Y'all, I'm spitting some gems. Yeah. I recorded that vlog. That's what happened. The most recent date was, I'ma fill in the gaps. After I got kicked out, I was staying at my cousin's house and I stayed with my baby dad's sister. So after I stayed there for like a month. I started praying and, you know, I started getting closer to Allah. Things just started changing for me. I enrolled into cosmetology school. When I enrolled into cosmetology school, it was because I knew the end goal of where I wanted my esthetician career to be. But that ended up not even working out, y'all. Believe it or not, this is where the trial and error come in. Take risks to learn to mold yourself into being what you really want to be. And I say this because I went to school, I enrolled myself into school, and I then realized I was overworking myself for too much. Why? In that moment, I was still trying to progress all of the stuff that I had just uprooted from my childhood. I got into a car accident. When school started and I went back home, basically I had to go back home because my grandma, she was calling me and she was just like expressing to me like what was going on in the house and how I needed to be there for more support. And me having the soul that I do, I already was thinking about that, and like I said, I got closer to Allah. My heart was already guiding me to go back home. When I went back home, I seen the reason why I needed to go back home. This part stresses me out so bad, y'all, because this is where my emotions really come from with how my relationships are with my parents. And I just, one day, I pray, inshallah, that I can sit down and just be supported and accepted for how I feel. I just want closure. That's it. I just want closure. I don't want to change anything. I'm okay with knowing that everything happened how it did. I just want closure. That's it. I'm okay. And I feel like me going back home was my closure. But unfortunately not. Because once I went back home, the relationship between me and my mom got really bad. And then the relationship between me and my dad was just like, I don't know. It became like really numb. I don't know how to feel. I don't want to be mad at my dad. Like, I don't want to be mad at my dad. I don't want to be mad at my mom either. I love both of my parents. I just wish things would have played out differently. And I wish they would just see how I'm affected by it. Fast forward, it got so bad that I was posting weekly vlogs and content vlogs and all that stuff, like on TikTok, and just trying to keep y'all up to date, but I wasn't telling y'all how I was feeling and what was going on with me mentally. And I felt like I was just drowning. I felt like I was just going in a cycle like this, like doing the same thing over and over again. And I just felt like I was stuck. And I don't like feeling stuck, y'all. I do not like feeling stuck. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But I don't know. I was losing my mind in here. And it was because I don't really want to necessarily put out what really was going on, because I feel like that's just something personal that I should keep to myself. And I just want to talk to y'all about how I'm affected by it and how I'm growing to learn how to be better with it. Okay? So yeah, basically, like I said, things was getting bad, and it was words that were very hurtful that kept replaying in my head, and it started to change and alter my emotions and my thoughts and processes of how I wanted to do things with myself and my life and my child. And from there, it was just like I got to a breaking point. I got to my breaking point, y'all. I got to my breaking point. And then boom. I wonder what happened. I got the balls, the guts to finally pack up my stuff and move out. And alhamdulillah, because I became closer with Allah put someone in my path, a companion who I'll forever be grateful for. She gave me an opportunity basically to get my peace of mind and get my thoughts right, because y'all, I felt like I was steering towards the wrong path mentally, and I don't want that. My biggest fear is to lose myself mentally how I did before, and I never got to show y'all that. So I'm showing y'all me in the motion of being out of it and growing out of it. When you change, a lot happens throughout the change, and you don't realize that things happen until everything stops. And that's what I needed. So I moved here with my friend, and things been good. It's been pretty good. My energy, my mental health, prayers, I've been praying more consistently than I have. Alhamdulillah. Yes. Snap. So I needed to change my environment to get myself where I wanted to be at with my thoughts. And so far so good, alhamdulillah, because I have some great news to tell you guys. I won't be telling it in this video. Tune into the next video. Catch up. In the brown, I'm gonna go get my. You keep on. Alright, but anyways, no. So yeah, it's that date, that last video, that last date on the last video. I met my breaking point. I went to my breaking point and I just let go. Something happened between me and my mom, and days later I just said to save the sanity for my mental health, for my child, I had to let go. And I feel like I was also guided to let go because I prayed. And I've been noticing, and we all know, but we just ignore it. But when you put your whole heart into Islam, and if you're not Muslim, when you put your whole heart into whatever religion that you follow, and you just strongly believe that Allah has control of everything, and he makes no mistakes when he makes the decisions because it's already written, your thoughts get clearer automatically. And when you turn to Allah in the way that you need to, your thoughts get clearer automatically. It's just be like, and then things like start to flow. And I feel like that's what I needed to do. I needed to leave so I can really see that, okay, if I stay here, I'm going to make our relationship way worse than what it was. If I continue to pour into how I've been feeling, I'm going to lose myself. And I will never, I don't want to say I'll never, but I won't be able to show up for my son how I want to. Because if y'all see me in that mental state that I was in when I first started my YouTube career, y'all would be like, she's grown so much. But you could really see it through my videos already, y'all. Like, y'all can see from day one, from 5 years ago. Yes, 5 years ago. 5 years I've been recording. But guess what? It's 2025. What a time to be alive. We're getting old. And I'm getting tired. I'm tired. We're tired. I know you're tired. If you're watching this and you are going through something mentally, get up. Whatever it is that's in your way, let it go. That was it for that video, guys. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys in the next one. Bye.